You've probably met them. People who have big dreams but somehow never take action. They're full of ambition, yet their motivation is always lacking. You know they could conquer the world if they just got moving. But why is it so hard for them to take that first step? Well, today we're diving deep into the psychology of people who are lazy but ambitious. Let's find out why they can't seem to close the gap between their dreams and their reality. Ambition is the desire to achieve great things. It's the vision of a future success that lights a fire in your belly. People who are ambitious dream big, whether it's career goals, personal achievements, or something even bigger. But there's a twist. These individuals, though ambitious, are often stuck in a cycle of procrastination and avoidance. Section 1. The fear of failure. Let's start with the elephant in the room. Fear of failure. Ambitious people set high expectations for themselves. They imagine what success will look like. Then they immediately think about what happens if they fall short. The higher they aim, the harder they fall if they fail. This creates an overwhelming fear that often holds them back from even starting. People who are lazy but ambitious may seem like they don't care, but deep down, they're afraid. Afraid that if they try and fail, everyone will see it. This fear makes them avoid the very things they need to do to move forward. So, what's the fix? Small wins. By breaking goals into bite-sized chunks, they can conquer their fears one small step at a time. Section 2. Instant gratification versus long-term rewards. Now, let's talk about instant gratification. We live in a world where distractions are everywhere. Social media, Netflix, online shopping. People love quick rewards, and they're much easier to access than working toward long-term goals. Here's the issue. Lazy but ambitious people crave those instant pleasures, but they also know they need to work for the bigger prize. The problem? Balancing the two. The temptation to scroll through your phone or binge watch a series is real. It's easy and it's quick, but the reward from reaching a long-term goal? That's worth more. The trick is delayed gratification, reminding yourself that the work you put in now will pay off in ways instant rewards never can. Section 3. The all-or-nothing mindset. Next, let's break down the all-or-nothing mindset. For many ambitious but lazy people, if they can't commit fully, they think there's no point in trying at all. It's all about going big or going home. But here's the problem. This mindset actually stops them from starting anything. Instead of seeing progress as an ongoing process, they get paralyzed by perfectionism. The key here is to shift the mindset. Something is better than nothing. Even a small effort adds up, and the more they do, the closer they get to their goal. Section 4. Internal versus external motivation. Let's dive into motivation. People who rely on external motivation, praise, rewards, or deadlines often struggle when these motivators aren't present. Lazy but ambitious people need others to push them. But what happens when the external support disappears? Building internal motivation is the key. Instead of waiting for others to push you, find meaning in the process itself. This requires cultivating a deep, personal connection to the goal. When the drive comes from within, it becomes easier to stay motivated, even when the world isn't cheering you on. Section 5. Imposter syndrome and self-doubt. Finally, let's talk about imposter syndrome. Ambitious people are often their own worst critics. Even if they have the potential to succeed, they feel unworthy of their success. They wonder, what if I'm not good enough? This self-doubt keeps them from putting in the effort they need to grow. Imposter syndrome is powerful, but it's also a barrier to progress. The antidote? Action. The more they act, the more they prove to themselves that they're capable. By stepping outside their comfort zone, they can overcome these limiting beliefs. Section 6. How to overcome the lazy but ambitious trap. So, how can people who are lazy but ambitious turn their dreams into reality? It starts with changing how you think about success. and taking small steps to get there. Here's how you can overcome the lazy but ambitious trap. Break goals into smaller, achievable tasks. This makes big goals less overwhelming and more attainable. Delay gratification. Remind yourself that the hard work you put in today will pay off in the long run. Shift from all or nothing thinking. Small actions still lead to progress. Don't wait for perfect conditions. Cultivate internal motivation. Find satisfaction in the journey, not just the destination. Challenge imposter syndrome. Recognize it for what it is, fear, and take action anyway. Lazy but ambitious people can break through the barriers stopping them. It's not about working harder, it's about working smarter and understanding how to manage the obstacles that get in the way. So, what's the next step for you? What's that one thing you've been avoiding? Take that first small step today and start turning your ambitions into action.